Hello, I'm Rahul and today I'm going to talk about two fundamental principles that will help you in dealing with the difficulties and challenges of life. Regardless of how strong-minded we think we are, sometimes unavoidable situations do arise in our life where we lose all the hope for the future. We just feel defeated, exhausted, and our life becomes a drag. If you have ever been in such a situation or currently are in one, you know what I'm talking about. And I just want to say this thing to you, that don't lose hope. And what I have got to say about these challenges of life will totally force you to reconsider your own situation. So there are two things to be understood. The first is that life and challenges are synonymous. You really need to understand one thing, that till the time you're alive, you'll have to face the challenges in life. In fact, challenge is another name for life. This is the way nature has designed us. This is the intricate design of this vast universe. A constant challenge is needed in order to stay alive. In the absence of any challenges, you will lose all the sharpness, all the strength, all the intelligence needed to remain alive. You will be reduced to a vegetative state. And there is a concept of use it or lose it. A musician knows it, that if he's going to miss a few practice sessions, he can tell the difference. If he's going to miss a few more practice sessions, other people can tell the difference. An athlete knows this thing very well, that if he is going to miss a few practice sessions, his performance will suffer. So in order to retain their performance and art, these people have to constantly challenge themselves. These people have to constantly practice new ways of doing things so that they can evolve, so that they can become better at what they do. Similarly, in life also, a constant challenge is needed in order to retain this body, in order to retain this mind. In the absence of any challenges, this body will start withering away, this mind will start withering away. So difficulties and challenges are your friend. In fact, you should be afraid if you're not facing any challenges in your life, then you're hurling towards death. Each time a difficult situation arises in your life, just thank the whole existence. Why? Because it wants to give you strength. It wants you to feel alive. It wants you to evolve. It wants you to become wiser. If you can understand this law of life, then you will confront the challenges and difficulties of life with great joy. Then you will encounter each little moment of life with sheer joy. You will embrace life. And even if you don't get this law right now, I just want you to embrace the challenges and difficulties without any resistance. Because who knows, one day you will look back at these challenges and realize that these difficult moments actually gave you strength. These difficult moments actually made you wiser. And in retrospect, you will always thank existence for providing you these difficult moments. The second fundamental principle that I want to talk about is embracing the impermanence of life. Do you want to know the eternal truth of life? One eternal truth of life is that in this existence, nothing is permanent. Everything is constantly changing. The day turns into night, the darkness into light, the sorrow into happiness. So before you even think about giving up, just remember this eternal truth of life, that everything is impermanent in this existence. And without any exception, your miseries are also impermanent. Maybe you don't think that they are impermanent because you have invested your whole energy in them. But I just want to tell you that by constantly reminding this thing to yourself, that everything is transient in this nature, you will become a little loose. You will develop a little non-judgmental attitude about your miseries. You won't be this fixated on your misery. If you can maintain a non-judgmental attitude towards the difficulties, then you will find that sooner or later, all the difficulties and challenges disappear, they fade away, because nothing remains permanent here in this existence. And remember, difficulties and challenges are bound to be there, but whether you get troubled by them or not totally depends on the amount of attention that you give to these difficulties. Go on constantly thinking about your miseries and your life will simply become a humongous mountain of misery, because you have narrowed down your attention on just difficulties, just miseries, just challenges. But if you can pay a non-judgmental attitude to these difficulties of life by constantly reminding yourself that this too shall pass, everything is impermanent in this existence, then you won't be fixated on the miseries and they will disappear. So make this the seed mantra of your life, that this too shall pass. Constantly remind yourself this thing. So always remember these fundamental truths of life. First, challenges are an integral part of life. Without challenges, you won't even feel alive. Second, everything is impermanence in this existence, so embrace the impermanence. If you can deeply understand these two truths of life, then you will find that your whole interpretation of the challenges and difficulties will change. Then you won't fear challenges, then you will embrace challenges, and that too with sheer joy. So I hope that I have given you enough in order to face these challenges of life, and I wish you all the best for facing these challenges with great joy.